Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm Tesak and welcome to 100 Devlog. We have many topics to cover today, so let's kick stuff up with Gems Defenders, which is my match-free game with tower defense and RPG elements. Link to Steam page in description. I finally got to rework the animations. Greater part of the week was spent just by checking current animations and figuring out how to improve on them. I ended up with a list of animations that can stay, as well as another list of animations that needs to be improved or completely reworked. Of course, I didn't stop there, and I started reworking the animations for Bow, because that's probably the most challenging one. It took way longer than I expected, but that's because I actually fixed some visual bugs and code with it. Anyone following my game dev journey probably picked up the fact that sometimes if bowmen die, their bow gets stuck being fully drawn back. That's because I'm changing sprites of the bow to create illusion of it being drawn back. But if the character dies while doing so, the animation gets interrupted and the bow gets stuck. This was relatively easy to fix, but I had to clean a bit of code as well. Doesn't mean I cleaned all the code, just the relevant part. And I'm pretty sure I'll be revisiting this whole script at least once more. And that's gonna happen when I get to animating repeating crossbow. Since I started working on ranged weapons, I have been thinking about some semi-automatic crossbow as endgame ranged weapon for both enemies and heroes. And I had auto crossbow in the game, but I wasn't happy with the design and it wasn't fitting. Just a little backstory, the game is based on a book I am writing and there are semi-automatic crossbows in the story and even gunpowder weapons, but no auto crossbow. So I had to choose between repeating crossbow and gun, and crossbow won. I decided to change this to be more true to the original story, especially since the events of Gems Defenders predates the story of the book, and I reworked the design of the crossbow. This now means I will have to rework the animations from scratch as well, but I don't mind. But enough about Gems Defenders for now. Let's talk about the MMORPG. I continued working on the map editor I created the week before. Not only I finished it, but I also added option for loading any previously exported map. This will help us greatly later on with loading the map in-game as well as with potential editing of older maps. Besides that, there have been progress on some other parts of the game that are not visible for now, but are mandatory for future development and functions of the game. So let's skip that and let's talk about this YouTube channel. Approximately 2 years ago, I decided to start doing devlogs for games I've been working on at the time. I believe it was Walker of Valinor, and by the time my first ever game, Puzzle Pieces, got released on Steam. And believe it or not, by the time I already started working on Gems Defenders. Although I never thought the game would be released, because it wasn't meant to. It was just a sandbox time project where I tested some ideas and experimented with some of the many tools Unity have to offer. My goal with devlogs was to simply share what I am working on and hopefully draw some attention to my games. To be honest, I am not happy with the format as each devlog is taking too much time to produce and the reach of my videos is not that great. This means I need to change stuff around and experiment a little bit. For sure, I would like to make some more tutorials, especially about stuff that I encourage while developing games, so regarding programming, pixel art and Unity in general. I would like to make channel update video and new channel introduction, because the current one was made with old microphone and in general feels outdated. But hey, that's basically it. There will be channel update coming later this week, so look up for that. Before you go, I would like to ask you to like this video, leave a comment and possibly subscribe to my channel as well. Anyway, there are links to all my games, Discord and other social media in description, so check that as well, and I will catch you next time. See ya!